Hi, my name is Manuele Mizzi, and I work for and I'm the Director of Property Management at North44 Properties. I've been with Peninsula since April 2021. Great product. I am so glad that I went with it. The sales team pushed me to get it because they said that I needed this. And if anybody thinks that they don't need this, they're wrong. This is the perfect as can be, program for HR that anyone could get. I think number one is, if you think you don't need it, you're wrong. I think that we as business owners or business runners don't realize how much everything is a liability. Every single thing that we do, every action that we do. And it's not just what we do, it's every person on behalf, every agent of the company, every employee of the company, every single thing they do. It represents the company either in a good or a bad light. So having someone like Peninsula to walk along that path with you and make sure that we're keeping straight on it. And sometimes you don't even notice. You know, you feel like sometimes you're doing it right. And quite frankly, when you do end up, like if you do end up having a problem, a lot of the time even the arbitrator or the judge of the matter might say, listen, like, you thought you were doing right. Like, it's not to say, sometimes it's not the intent, right, behind it. Sometimes it really is that everybody has good intent. We all want our companies to run well, but knowing that Peninsula is there, you know, just a phone call away, just an email away, they set you up for success. Like, the documents are there, the things are there so that we know that we feel as safe as possible. You can't stop everything from happening, but this really mitigates as much of the losses as possible. Well, I had no expectations because I didn't even know what I was getting into. I was so used to doing documentation and anything HR myself. So knowing that they were there was just an added bonus, and it was a safety net for me. I really needed that safety net. I didn't know how much I needed until it was in place. I have to say that my needs have been met, and if not exceeded, because anytime that I have had an issue, which I've had a couple issues in the last couple months, especially in the times that we are in, right? You know, COVID was a whole nother set of issues that no one was prepared for. And I think that Peninsula was ahead of the 8 ball every time. You know, as soon as there was something announced by the government, the next minute, I felt like there was an email to me saying, this is what was announced, this is what we're doing, contact us to discuss it. Anytime that I had an issue with a staff member, I phoned, they walked me through the steps, they overlooked old documentation I had, wrote up new documentation for me. I've actually never had someone kind of handhold for me, which is what you need in cases where there's a true issue that could become a liability to the company, right? And that was amazing. I wasn't expecting it. I was told it was going to be so, when the product was sold to me, but I almost didn't believe it. I didn't feel that I would ever use it as much as I have, even in just a short period of time.